Most of us are mixed race. Most of us are adopted. We have Latino, we have African, we have Caucasian, and we have Indian, and we have Hawaiian. So all of us are mixed, and I'm the youngest out of 10. So I'm adopted, and I'm the youngest out of 10. And the day I was born, I was a drug baby. And my real mom, she wasn't supposed to have me. But something happened, she felt something to make her have me, to accept me in the world. And I remember talking to my foster mother, my stepmom, and her name is Maria Laguna, and my stepdad is James Jackson. And I was just talking to her one day, growing up, and it's like, so how did you get me? And she told me a story about how she went to the hospital one day, and she heard this lady yelling, screaming, and she finished it up with the doctor, and she came outside, or in the little hallway area, and she see this lady with the baby saying, "Do anyone want this child? Do anyone want this child?" We're not missing a beat. My mom said, "I'll take him. I'll take him." I mean, I'm laughing right now, sorry. It's because it's just a conversation at home. Speaking to my dad, I could just only imagine. So what happened? Are you okay? What did the doctor say? Did you get anything? Yeah, doctor said that everything was fine and everything's good. I got a baby though. What? A baby? Are you crazy? You're supposed to go help other people. But my mom didn't see that. She didn't see a mistake. She saw a blessing, a gift from God. And so, 3 weeks later, she came and got me. Growing up, my parents got divorced. About the 4th week, my godmother came along. Her name is Trish. That's her grandson over there. How you doing? That's right. I can point you out. Yeah. That's right. And so I had 2 mothers growing up and a father. So I said, my godmother and mother are Christian, but my father isn't. And so growing up in my household, I guess it was a Christian home, but it was broken. So Christian broken home. And I went to church because I had to go to church. And there'd be days like, I don't want to go to church. You're going to church, Levance, or you're grounded and you get a spanking. Get the milk tea. So, and I went to church. And so when I go to church, I went to 2 churches. I went to my mom, Maria's church, a Baptist church, and then my godmother's church is Calvary Chapel Church. And when I went to my mom's church, they was all worshiping, and my mom knew how to speak tongues, and I'm sitting there, and I just see all these relationships at my church, and just loving God and everything. But to me, it wasn't like that. To me, it was just a checklist. It became a checklist to me. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, you have to do this. You can't do that. So it's just a checklist to me. I didn't have the relationship. I didn't know what the relationship was. So it's a checklist. And then I discovered something. Acting. So I act a certain way when I was at church. But when I got home, completely different person. I had this anger in me, so much pain, because I've seen a lot of stuff and I heard a lot of stuff. There's nothing surprised me. My heart was in pain, and I was suffering, and I was just angry at everything. And I just got in fights. I got in fights, and I just kept on getting fights. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd. And it was just, growing up in Osai, that's what happened. So I act good when I was at church, and when I was around my godmother or my mother. But my friends and some of my brothers knew who I was. I mean, my mom knew, my godmother knew what happened, because I was always getting suspended from school. I was getting expelled for beating somebody up, kicking the principals, and especially you don't kick them in. I mean, I was bad. And I had that. So I was acting, because I didn't know anything. I was just angry at the whole world. And growing up the whole time, my mother had a smile on her face. And this really confused me. Really confused me. I'm like, why do you have a smile on your face? And she, I mean, because we've been through so much. My family's been so much pain. And she always had a smile on her face every single time. I'm just angry. I'm thinking to myself, what? Are you serious? My sister just got murdered. Your daughter just got murdered. I just want to hurt somebody right now. I'm just angry at the whole world. There's so much pain. And she just always had this smile on her face saying, Levance, God is good. She always sung the song growing up, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. And the whole time I was growing up, and I'm just angry. The whole world. It's like, oh, whatever. I just want to get in a fight. Because fighting was my drug, and I was good at it. So if I have to get away, I just get in a fight. I mean, it got so bad that you looked at me wrong, you say something, I'm throwing punches. And that's how it's going to be. And I don't care. If I die, whatever. Go see my sister, I don't care. And so that's how it went. But I was confused the whole time. Because my godmother and my mom always had a smile on their face, had a relationship with God. And I couldn't comprehend that. I couldn't understand that. I didn't know how that felt. And I was going with my godmother's church, Calvary Chapel, and she always telling me, are you going to become a born-again Christian today? Are you going to accept the Lord today? And I'm always like, oh, yeah, I will, when my heart open up, when I feel my heart open up. It's just saying any kind of means to get her off my back. You know, just get her, you know, stop talking to me, something. And so I remember going to church one day with my godmother, and I walk in, and I started shaking. I started getting nervous. Something about today, or that day, was different. I didn't know what it was. And I was getting scared. And when I'm scared, I just get in fights. And I can't do that because I'm in church. Because I'm acting. I have to be good. So, sit down, church service starts going on. And literally, guys, my heart opened up. It felt like it was opening up and something was calling me. And in my mind, I'm freaking out. Because I don't know, what is this? It's like, what? This is, I was just joking around. I didn't think this really stuff can happen. It can't happen to me. It's like, no one loves me, whatever. And it felt like opening up. And I felt like I was at a crossroads in my life at that time. And I just started praying and talking to God. Just telling him, I don't know if I get off this bus or not. I mean, I've been riding it. I'm scared to get off. I have a lot of baggage. And he said, Levance, I think I can manage. I'm like, you don't understand. Got a lot of baggage, got a lot of weight on me. I'm fat. I don't say fat, I say fluffy. I'm fluffy. And I don't know if you can carry all this. And God just throws it right back. It's like, you know what, Levance? Don't worry, I'm strong. Don't let these old legs fool you. Because I'm strong. Because my father's strong. And I just coming up any means. It's like, you know what, just making up excuses. I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't do it today. I can't do it later. My dog died. Talk to later, Jesus. And I just go. And split. Something. And all this is going through my mind at the time I'm at church. It's pretty crazy. And just finding any kind of means not to come face to face with reality. Not to come face to face with Jesus. So, and all I'm hearing in my heart and in my mind is come on in. The water's fine. And I'm just, what? You know, black people don't like cold. I don't like the cold. I'm not sure. I'm afraid to drown and everything. And he's telling me, I'm a certified lifeguard once. I won't let you drown. I mean, you start going under, I'm going to be there. Don't worry about it, because I love you. And it's in my heart, and he's trying to get a hold of me. And I'm just talking to him, and I'm saying, you know what? I've seen you all my life. I've seen you through my mom, my godmother, people at church, I just seen you. I guess about that time I get to know you. So I stood up, raised my hand, went to the altar, accepted the Lord as my Savior, came back, and ever since that week I went to church and said, anyone want to become a Christian, want to become born again? I stand up and I kept on going. So about the third or about the fourth and fifth time, my godmother tapped me on the shoulder, was like, sweetie, you know you don't have to go up there just one time. Are you serious? Why didn't you tell me that? I thought you knew. And so that tell you how I didn't pay attention to church, but that's my story how I became a Christian.